We use a pewter alloy, which is about the most expensive metal you can buy.
That's for the base part of the Oscar, right?
The figure. Oh, right there.
That's the production Oscar mold. So that's the actual mold the Oscar should be made in.
Right.
All right, well, thanks. So, and now we're going to get a chance to look. Are you going to be able to actually put the mold in and make an Oscar for us?
Yeah, he's going to pour the metal into this mold and make an Oscar. We'll just watch him.
What we're watching right now is the Oscars are made by hand, just like this, right?
Just like this.
Okay.
And when it comes, the metal will harden very fast. Only a matter of less than 30 seconds. Now he's ready to open it up and take the figure out.
Now I know that the whole finished product weighs about 8.5 pounds, but
right.
How much of the first material goes into the mold for the Oscar?
Oh, you got to worry about right now this part here. Because you got the base. This part here is about 4 pounds.
4 pounds. So you do that much extra plating on it after it's done.
No, you got the base.
The base on that, right? It's got some imperfections on the side.
The reason for that is that the mold was heated up. We have to heat the mold in advance. That's the reason. This is the gate on the figure, and the next operation we cut the gate off.
That's the part that holds the part in place?
No.
What is the gate?
The gate is where the metal flows into the mold.
I see.
And we have to cut this off. So he cuts it off over here.
Now this is another Fat Nude Hippo exclusive. You see, you don't see that part when you go into the Oscars or when you watch the Oscar awards on television. That's the part they throw away. That's the part they use when they make the Oscar. And of course, they're going to have to grind off that ugly piece. You're taking off the cutting line. That's where the
parting line.
The parting line is the bulge from the mold.
Well, the molds are made. The mold is made from several pieces that fit together. So where they fit together, there's always a little tiny area that has to be sanded off before we go into the polishing department. Well, I'll take you now into the polishing department. Here, take some pictures.
And I see we have a bunch of Oscars on their way to be full-fledged Oscar material.
This is the base for the Oscar. It's made out of brass, and then we polish it to mirror finish, and then we put a black nickel finish on there.
Does a black nickel finish, does that sort of represent the reel of film? Is that what it's supposed to look like, or just the base color?
The base of the Oscar is a roll of film.
Okay.
While the Oscars are being made, we keep them under lock and key. These are Oscars that have gone through the part of the plating department, and they're not copper plated, and they now all have numbers on them.
So once they're made out of the first pewter material, then they go on and they get a copper plating and they get a number. Well, and they're kept under lock and key.
Well, everything is kept in lock and key as we produce them, because people will steal an Oscar when it's half done and get it plated someplace else and sell it.
Okay. What's he doing right now, Owen?
He has to polish each figure to a mirror finish. And
why is he polishing to a mirror finish before it's got its final plate of gold on it?
Because the better the finish, the better finish you'll get on the gold plating.
I see. They'll accept the gold plating better.
If you don't polish this figure, you'll never get a bright gold finish.
Okay, what were you saying about how you plate the Oscars differently than some of the other awards that you make here?
Well, the reason we plate them differently than other awards is that we use an exceptional heavy coat of gold on them. Therefore, we have to prepare a special tank, and we add X number of ounces of gold to this and have a real strong solution. And we figure out how many ounces we need, and then the first Oscar we plate will remain in there a shorter time than the last Oscar, because as we plate them, we're using up X number amount of gold from the solution. So every 5 Oscars we check the solution to make sure that the exact amount of gold is deposited every one of them. So by the time we get to number 55, which is about what we're making this year, it probably stays in that solution maybe 5 to 8 times longer than the first Oscar.
Wow, so you really don't, when you said you're going to make 55 Oscars, you really don't know how many are going to be given out. They've asked you to make 55 this year, but they may give out more or less than 55
Sometimes
this year.
we make 65. Sometimes we make only 50. 50 to 65 is what we make every year, because some are left over, and sometimes none are left over because they never know how many are going to give out
and they don't tell you ahead of time.
Nobody knows. This demonstrates the various finishes until we reach gold. This is the figure before when it comes out of the polishing department.
That's pewter.
That's pewter. Then we put it in a copper tank, light copper and heavy copper. The reason we do that is that copper conducts electricity better than any other metal, and therefore, since we electroplate with electricity, we copper plate it. When copper, we're going to nickel tanks. Nickel is a very hard metal, and it seals the pores of the metal, and it gives a real good base for the gold. After the nickel, then we just give it a silver flash. Silver flash is just so the gold would adhere better to the silver than any other metal.
And then the final process is this.
When it goes in the gold tank, is the gold plating.
Comes out as gold. Now looking at gold station number 56. This is the gold, the Oscar. This is the Oscar. And again, you're cleaning it. There we go, folks. You want an Oscar, all you have to do is come to the R.S. Owens Company on Elston Avenue, and they can get you an Oscar. Not really. They've got to get permission from the Academy Awards to give them to you.
One thing interesting is here shows you how we get the gold. This contains an ounce of gold. It's potassium gold cyanide. So a bottle like this is worth about $300.
Whoa! Well, thank you.
Gives it extra weight, this extra base. We have to have this space in there so that we'll have a place to attach a figure and give it make the whole figure stronger, and also a place to put the felt.
You know, this is wonderful. This is handmade. She's screwing it together right now as we speak. And it's funny because I thought some magical machine did all this, but this is nice to see that it's done all by hand. And she just whips them around, handles them like a football, because she does so many a day. And now it's being ready for shipment. Thank you very much. That's what you do. And what's your name?
Berta Fuentes.
Bertha, thank you very much. Oh, and I wonder if you could do me a favor. You know, we're a small TV show and cable network in Chicago. I was wondering if I could give you a couple bucks. Could you take these business cards showing our and just stick them inside the boxes, like on their way to the Oscar Awards, so that when the stars and Hollywood gets to see it,
You really want to get me in trouble, don't you?